So you guys, I've been trying to get this word out like 3-4 videos later since yesterday, but here it is. I was in the car yesterday and I was looking at my phone, like I'm scrolling on my phone, and the weather outside around me was like, it's not too cold outside, but it's not too hot either. And like I said, I'm scrolling on my phone in the car. I look down at my phone because I'm scrolling, and then I look up, you guys, it's snowing. So I look up like in amazement, and I'm looking all around me like, oh my gosh, like it's really pouring down, like snow everywhere. Like it was just fine outside, like now it's just snowing. It's just, the weather has changed like in a blink of an eye. So then the Holy Spirit told me, that's how the seasons are about to be for my people. It's going to be a shift in their season quickly. Literally in a blink of an eye, you're going to be in one season and God is going to shift you into another season. And he says it's going to happen quickly and swiftly. We can't forget that we serve the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords, right? So God is calling for us to, especially God's people, like he's calling for us to be fruitful and multiply in these seasons to come, right? Like period. That's what he wants us to do. So what makes us think that he's not going to provide for us, right? What makes us think that he's going to put too much on us that we can bear? Like he's not that type of guy. He's not going to put more on us than we can bear. He knows when we've had enough. He knows how to play his position correctly. He knows when our seasons need to change. And God is speaking to your situation, to your season, whatever that may be. God is saying the season is about to change. It's going to be a shift in your season. And what you thought looked like a season of drought, God is saying, I am opening up the windows of heaven and providing a blessing so big you won't even have room to receive. And it's going to happen so quickly that your head is going to be spinning. God said you're not even going to see it coming, right? God said, I'm going to do something in this season that you don't even think, you don't even believe that you're qualified for. But guess what? The first shall be last and the last shall be first. God doesn't call the qualified. He qualifies the call. It is not time to get weary and well doing. It is not time to think that you are not deserving of the blessings that your father said was yours. He says you have access to certain things. God says it's time to tap into the access that I have given my children. God says you have access in this season, okay? And your season is about to change. You're about to walk into the overflow, into the abundance of God. God said, I came not to condemn you, but to give you an abundant life. God is here to open up this life of abundance for us, okay? He called us to live an abundant life. He called us to rule, subdue, and have dominion over the things of this earth. God said, speak to these things, right? Speak to those things. Speak to the mountain and it shall be moved. Speak to your situation and the season will change. Speak over that thing that looks dead and God says it will raise up. Speak to it, right? Because God is giving you power. The same power that lives in him, God says that we have access to as well. God says that this season is about to change, and it's about to change quickly, and it's about to change swiftly. And God said, guess what? It was all according to your faith that is going to happen. It was all according to the way that you did not give up during the storm. When you were in the valley, God said that you kept walking. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil. Why? Because I know that my God is with me. His rod and his staff, they comfort me. God said, I have been comforting you. Even when you didn't realize it, you kept walking and you have faith to keep walking. Faith pleases God. Faith makes you whole. When a lady with the issue of blood touched the hem of Jesus' garment, he said, who touched me? Because he felt the virtue leave from inside of him. But because she had enough faith to just touch the hem of his garment, God said, because of your faith, you are made whole. You are made whole because of your faith. So God is telling us in this season to walk by faith and not by sight, because he knows that our sight can sometimes deceive us. He knows that our sight sometimes can lead us to different things that he has not called us to lead us to think things that he did not say, to lead us in places that he did not tell us to go. But God said, because of your faith, I have made you whole. And then he tells her, go in peace. Also, because of your faith, God says you're going to have peace. And this next season that God is transitioning, the next season that God is transitioning you into, God says you're going to have peace. It's going to be a peaceful season. Why? Because God says, I'm walking with you and I will never leave you nor forsake you. So even when you are in this next season, I'm still going to be with you. I was with you in the valley and I'm going to be with you at the mountaintop. God says you're going to have peace, and it's going to be a peace that surpasses all understanding, because even when you get there, you're not even going to understand how you got to a place that you felt like you wasn't even qualified to be standing in, how you got to a place of answered blessings, how you got to a place, how you got a thing that once was a prayer, but is now your physical situation, that is now the present thing that you are standing in. Continue to access your faith. Continue to have faith. Continue to walk by faith and not by sight. Continue to allow God to lead you, even when it doesn't look like what's going on with everybody else, even if it doesn't look like the popular thing to do, even when it doesn't look like the common thing to do, even when it doesn't look like, what the culture is doing. God says, follow me. Pick up your cross and follow me, because a place where I'm taking you, eyes haven't seen and ears haven't heard. The things that I'm going to do for you, the doors that I'm going to open for you, the ways that I'm going to make for you. God says this next season, it's a shift. The seasons are changing. The first shall be last and the last shall be first. The season is changing. So get ready for the shift, because it's going to happen quickly. It's going to happen quickly. It's going to happen swiftly. In the blink of an eye, I was looking down, scrolling on my phone, and literally looked up, and it's snowing outside. It's a totally different atmosphere than what I was just in a blink of an eye. And that is what God is doing for his children in this season. God says, when you blink your eyes, the next time you open your eyes, you're going to be standing in a situation, in a season, to where it's going to be snowing everywhere. And you're not even going to believe that it's you that could be standing here after everything that was thrown at you, after all that they told you, after everybody who said you wasn't good enough, after everybody who didn't support you, after all of the mental things that were going through your head, after all of the things that you even felt about yourself. God said, you're worth it. And this next season is going to prove, it's going to be proof that I never took my hand off of you, Jesus, that I never took my hand off of you, that I was right there with you all along the way. Get ready for your season to change. Name it and claim it and walk in this season. Walk through that door. Walk in that position like God sent you there.